What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of T-Town with KT. I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe. Now, last week I was just telling y'all that it's so much going on in the world today. I mean, we just got a little bit of everything. But today I would like to discuss the Jacob Blake situation and people's responses to it, and just a couple of other things really quickly. You know, anytime somebody of importance or influence dies, like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. or JFK or even Tupac, you know, there's this big conspiracy that goes around. You know, it was the Illuminati, it was the secret society. But for all those people out there that are talking about getting rid of the police, they're the real Illuminati. They're the real conspiracists, because that's what they believe in. They believe in self-rule, and they don't believe in the police or any other being of authority ruling over them. And that's just not how things get done. Because if you get rid of the police or the government, this world is going to be a lot crazier than it already is. You'll just be able to go out into the streets and kill an innocent person, and there won't be any consequences for your actions. Why? Because you got rid of the law and authority. And that's just not the solution. And people talk about police reform. Well, for me personally, I don't believe in police reform, because we can't even beat the system that resides in the court of law. You know, we can't even beat these cases, you know, for these African American victims that get killed at the hands of racism or police brutality. So how you go reform a system that was put in place for the purposes of racism and persecution? Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go back to that old T-Town video from a couple of months ago in which I was talking about the origins of the police, because it's there. And then with the Jacob Blake situation, you know, I feel like in order for us to move on from this type of thing, we have to stop saying that the victim is innocent just because it was the victim. Like, okay, this isn't a Lifetime movie, right? But in reality, victims do some crazy things sometimes in order to get them into the situation that they were in. The police were called into that area for a reason. Okay, Mr. Blake had an open domestic violence case on him. And so they were called into the area due to a domestic disturbance. And in the video, I mean, they had him on the ground, they tasered him and everything, and yet he gets up and starts walking away from the police. That's the first problem. You don't walk away from the police. Now, keep in mind, because I know what people probably think, oh, so he's saying this is Jacob Blake's fault. I'm not saying that this is his fault. I'm not saying that he asked for this, nor am I saying that he deserved this. But the victim does do some things, you know, to cause situations to transpire. Because if he had complied, things probably could have ended up a little differently. I mean, come on now. If he had just let them handcuff him, then they would have just took him to jail or whatever. But instead, he walked away. You can't play tough guy with the police. Okay? The only way you're gonna beat them is in the court of law. But you're not gonna beat them in a fist fight. Okay? You just can't do that. Just comply now and protest later. You have to comply. And that's really all it is to it. So, you know, I hope for my teens, I hope y'all learned something today. God bless y'all. God bless everybody that was watching. I pray that y'all enjoy y'all week and that y'all have a safe week. And then I'll catch y'all next week. Peace.